Hi everyone, welcome back to Ever Study classes. I hope you all are doing well. So here I am with one more session on business statistics. Yes guys, today also we are going to have discussion on business statistics MCQs, and the MCQs again have been picked from previous year Karnataka assistant examination. Right, and this session contains more of research oriented questions. So the discussion is again relevant for both commerce and management aspirants. Okay guys, so let's start with today's discussion. First question on your screen. What is the purpose of the conclusion in a research report? So the question is related to the topic research report. You need to identify the option that correctly defines the purpose of conclusion in a research report, right? So the options given are option A, it explains how concepts were operationally defined and measured. Option B, it summarizes the key findings in relation to the research questions. Option C, it contains a useful review of the relevant literature. Option D, it outlines the methodological procedures that were employed. So which option is defining the purpose of conclusion in a research report? Look, there are broadly three sections of research report. है ना? First is preliminary section, then we have main section, and last is end section. And these section contain so many components. So out of those components, you need to tell about the purpose of conclusion in a research report. Share your answer guys. What is going to be the correct answer for this particular question? Okay, before going to the correct option, let me ask you, what is research report? क्या होती है research report? Research report is one of the document that is being prepared by the researchers or statisticians after analyzing the information that was gathered. That means after analysis and interpretation, the last step of the research process is research report. Now the question is why we prepare the research report, why the research report is being prepared. So the answer is research report is prepared to summarize the research process, right? What was the research methodology that was followed, how the data was collected, what techniques was used to analyze the data, and at the same time it clearly highlights the key findings, recommendations, and the other important details. Am I right? So all the details that have been used in a research process when being compiled in is called a research report. So I can say research report is a document that convey the whole result of the study in sufficient and detailed manner. Now, as I told you, there are so many components in research report, and conclusion is one of the component of main section of the research report, and this is the conclusion only which communicates the summary and synthesize the key findings of the research problem, or you can say summarize the key findings in relation to the research questions. So according to the explanation, option B is the correct answer. It is the conclusion part of the research report which summarizes, or I can say synthesizes, the key findings in relation to the research question or research problem. And now if we talk about the other options, option A, it explains how concepts were operationally defined and measured. This is defined under a conceptual framework. Conceptual framework under introduction wala part in research report. Then option C, it contains a useful review of the relevant literature. This option is talking about the literature review wala part, literature review component of the research report. And then option D, it outlines the methodological procedures that were employed. This is the research methodology component, and all these components, that is introduction, conclusion, literature review, and then research methodology, these all are the components of the main section of the research report. So I hope this explanation about research report is clear to you with this question. Now moving to the next question, question number 2. Which of the following is not a major method of data collection? Option A, questionnaire. Option B, focus groups. Option C, correlation method. Option D, secondary data. Very easy question. You need to identify out of the given options which one of the following is not a major method of data collection. Is it questionnaire? Is it focus groups? Is it correlation method, or is it secondary data? Yes, guys, absolutely. Correlation method is not a major method of data collection. In fact, correlation method is an evaluation technique, or you can say it is a type of analysis technique which is used to study the relationship between variables. It is used to test the strength of association between the variables, whether the variables involved in the study are strongly related, moderately related, or weak relation is there in the variables. And if I talk about the rest of the options, questionnaire, focus groups, and secondary data, these all are the data collection methods. These all are used to conduct surveys. So what is questionnaire? Questionnaire is a research tool, or you can say research instrument to gather the information from the respondents. It consists of series of questions related to a topic of survey to collect the information. Then focus group. Focus group is one of the most effective and popular market research method. It is used to collect data through group interaction. That group is quite small, consisting 6 to 10 people, and through group interaction, researcher tries to get feedback regarding a product, or you can say a service, or you can say a marketing campaign, right? Then comes the secondary data. Secondary data is the major head of the data collection method. There are two sources of data collection. One is primary and the second is secondary, right? What is primary data? Primary data is a type of data that is collected by the researcher directly from the main source, like through interview or questionnaire, or even focus group is also a source of primary data collection. And if I talk about the secondary data, secondary data is a type of data that has already been collected in the past. It means the data that has already been collected through primary sources and made readily available for researchers to use for their own research. So according to the explanation, questionnaire, focus group, secondary data, all these are the methods of data collection, but correlation method is not a major method of data collection. So therefore, correct answer here is option C. Okay, now moving to the next question. If a researcher is concerned with finding out who, what, where, when, or how much, then the study is option A exploratory, option B descriptive, option C empirical, option D casual. You need to identify which type of research is concerned with finding out these types of questions: who, what, where, when, or how much. Guys, to answer this particular question, you should have a good knowledge about all the types of research. You should know the objectives and aims of the particular research, in which situations a particular type of research is used. है ना? So here you need to tell which type of research is used, which type of research is concerned with finding out these types of questions. Is it exploratory? Is it descriptive research? Is it empirical research? Or is it casual research? So whosoever has given the answer option B, that is a descriptive research, they are absolutely correct. Let's discuss what is descriptive research. As the name clearly defines, descriptive means describing something. So in research, when we describe the characteristics of the variables under study, or when we describe the pattern or behavior of the sample population, it refers to as descriptive research. So when we describe these types of questions, who, where, when, how much, these types of questions being answered in a research, this referred to as descriptive research, right? But remember one thing, descriptive research does not answer why question, right? So when we focus on the current issue, when we focus on the present issue and provides these types of answers, who, where, when, or how much, this referred to as descriptive research. Let's talk about other types also given in the options. Option A, exploratory research. So exploratory research is a type of research which is used to investigate a problem which is not clearly defined. That means to get a better understanding of the existing problem which has not been researched upon yet. For this situation, exploratory research is being carried out. Then comes the empirical research. Empirical research is evidence-based or observation-based research. And then the casual research sometimes also referred to as explanatory research. So it is a type of research study that evaluates whether the two situations have cause and effect relationship or not, right? In fact, it is casual research which answers the why question. It identifies the actual reasons why a phenomena occurs, explains the cause and effects, predict how one variable changes in relation to the other. Right? So I hope all these four types of research are clear to you now. Okay, let's move forward to the fourth question. Questionnaire is option A, one of the tools of data collection, option B, one of the methods of data collection, option C, both a tool and a method, option D, neither a tool nor a method. Very simple question. We have just learned about the questionnaire in previous question. So what is going to be the correct answer here? Correct answer is option A. Questionnaire is one of the tools of data collection. It is more of a research tool, or you can say you can use a word research instrument. So questionnaire is a research tool, or you can use a word research instrument to gather the information, to gather the data from the respondents. So this is quite simple and easy question, does not need much explanation. Now let's move forward to the next question. Okay, so let's move forward to the next question. Question number 5. Identification of research gap is possible only through option A, processing the primary data, option B, raising the research question, option C, review of literature, option D, drawing the research conclusion. Question is related to research gap. In this question, you need to tell which step of the research process helps us in identifying the research gap. Is it with the help of processing the primary data you will be able to identify the research gap? Or with the help of raising the research questions you will be able to identify the research gap? Or with the help of review of literature you will be able to identify the research gap? Or with the help of drawing the research conclusion you can identify the research gap? Share your answer, guys. Buck up. Very good. I know you very well know the answer of this particular question. Identification of research gap is possible only through. I hope you guys know what is research gap. Research gap is the area which has not yet been explored or which is underexplored. That means the missing pieces in the previous related researches. So correct answer here is going to be option C, that is review of literature. What is review of literature? Review of literature is a comprehensive review of previous studies, or a review of literature you can say helps us to gain a background knowledge of the previous studies. So by studying the previous related research areas, by reviewing the previous studies, we'll be able to address the research gaps, we'll be able to address the literature gaps, and these gaps can be related to sample size, sample type, research method, data collection, or other research variables or conditions, right? So with the help of review of literature we'll be able to find the missing pieces in the research literature. We'll be able to find the research area that was not yet been explored or which was under explored. So correct answer is going to be option C. Now moving forward, next question is research subject is personal diary is a option A, source of primary data, option B, source of secondary data, option C, source of both primary and secondary data, option D, part of review of literature. Very simple question. You need to tell primary diary is a source of. There are various sources of primary and secondary data collection. Here you need to tell पर्सनल डायरी कौन से डेटा का सोर्स है, प्राइमरी डेटा का, सेकेंडरी डेटा का, दोनों सोर्सेस प्राइमरी और सेकेंडरी डेटा का, या इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ रिव्यू ऑफ लिटरेचर. Yes, guys, correct answer here is option A. That is, personal diary is a source of primary data. What is personal diary? Personal diary is when any person records any of the event, experience, thought, or observation in a diary. That is called as personal diary. And personal diary is a primary source information material. What are primary sources? Primary sources are the original materials, or you can say these are the first hand information materials, and they are typically created at the time when the event took place. And here I have given the comprehensive list of primary and secondary sources. Primary sources are letters, diaries, autobiographies, oral history, original research, works of art, literature, music, artifacts, tools, clothing, furniture, coins. These all are the examples of primary sources. And here I also have given the comprehensive list of secondary sources. Examples are scholarly or popular books, reference books, textbooks, news reports, encyclopedias, and journal articles. So here we have been asked with a personal diary. So personal diary is a source of primary data. Let's move forward to the next question. I hope guys you enjoying the session. If yes, please like the video guys. Your likes really gives us the motivation. Okay, so here we are with the seventh question on our screen. Question is, the term variable is option A research finding that varies frequently. Option B, an empirical property that takes two or more values. Option C, a new concept in research. Option D, none of these. So question is related to the meaning of variable. Out of the given options, you need to identify which option is correctly defining the term variable. Take your time, read the question carefully, read the options carefully. So correct answer of this question is option B. That is, the term variable is an empirical property that takes two or more values. In simple words, if I say what is variable, variable means which is not constant, right? Which may change, which varies, which take on different values like height, age, exam scores. And exam scores take different values in different situations. So variable is that property, variable is that characteristic, that number, or you can say that quantity which decreases or increases over time or can take on different values in different situations. Here empirical property signifies the characteristic or a quantity. So the term variable is an empirical property that takes two or more values. So option B is correctly defining the term variable here. So next question here is, SPSS means option A statistical package for social sciences, option B software package for social sciences, option C statistical package for science studies, option D software package for science studies. Very simple question. You need to state the full form of SPSS. So what is the full form of SPSS? So correct answer is option A. SPSS means statistical package for the social sciences. It is an IBM tool, and this tool first launched in 1968. This is one of the software package, and it is mainly used for statistical analysis of the data. Now moving to the next question, question number 9. Question is, the most detrimental quality of a research is option A spirit of free inquiry, option B reliance of observation and evidence, option C systematization or theorizing of knowledge, option D making generalizations and drawing quick conclusions. Detrimental quality means harmful quality. So out of the given options, you need to identify which characteristic or which quality can be proved harmful and can damage the research process. Is it spirit of free inquiry? Is it reliance of observation and evidence? Is it option C, that is systematization or theorizing of knowledge? Or option D, making generalizations and drawing quick conclusions? So correct answer is going to be option D. I know this question creates confusion in your mind, but ऐसे ही questions देखने को मिलते हैं examination में. So in this question you need to identify the detrimental quality of a research, है ना? That means the harmful quality. So if I talk about the characteristics of a research, there are different characteristics of the research, and one of the characteristic is generalizability. So generalizability means extension of research findings and conclusions, right? When you apply your research results of sample population that is under study onto the population at large or similar studies, this referred to as generalization, right? But if your conclusion was not correct, if your conclusion were not valid, not reliable, then this generalization caused damage to the research. right? And drawing the quick conclusion is also a detrimental quality of a research, because research is not a sales of gimmick. It is based on the valid procedures and principles. So making generalizations and drawing a quick conclusion is the most detrimental quality of a research. And if I talk about the other qualities, spirit of free inquiry, reliance of observation and evidence, systematization or theorizing of quality, these are the essential qualities of a research. But making generalization and drawing a quick conclusion, this cause a damage to the research sometimes, or this, you can say, a detrimental quality of a research. Now coming to the last question of today's session: which one of the following pairs is not correctly matched? Option A: experimental research is a type of research carried out to solve an immediate problem. Option B: action research is a type of research carried out to solve an immediate problem. Option C: longitudinal research is a research carried out for a long period of time. Option D: cross-sectional research is a type of research carried out across different age group to study the same objective being tested. So you are given with different types of research with its corresponding quality or objectives, and you need to tell which one is not correctly defined, which one is not correctly paired. Yes, guys, absolutely correct answer here is option A. Option A is not correctly matched. In fact, experimental research is a type of research which describes a cause and effect relationship between variables. And action research is a type of research which is used to solve an immediate problem. So option B is correctly paired. Then option C and D is also correctly paired. Longitudinal research means when you study the one group of people over a period of time, and cross-sectional research means when you study the different groups at a same time. Yes, okay. So option C, D and B are correctly paired, but option A is not correctly paired. So guys, here with this, we completed with our today's discussion. I hope you have enjoyed the session. You learned so many things from today's discussion. If yes, then please like the session, share with your friends, and of course, if you are new to our channel, then subscribe to our channel for more updates, for more relevant sessions and discussion. So signing off with this, thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care and happy learning.